Hey guys and gals in TSP Nation, just wanted to remind you that tomorrow is the morning to get up early. Set your alarm clocks if you want to come to the spring workshop. I want to make sure I get everything right here so I don't screw up anything and mess anybody's day up. Tomorrow morning, March the 2nd at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure you adjust for time zones. And if you're an MSB member, you'll be able to log into the MSB and sign up for the Spring Pond Building Workshop. I want to remind you guys, unlike most of our workshops where we have about 45 students and a very large staff and special guests and all that, we end up with like 70 people on the property. And it's a lot of fun, and if you can ever get to one of those, do. But this is kind of a special opportunity. It's a 2-day workshop. We provide 5 meals during that, and we will feed you better than I think you could feed yourself for what we're charging just on that alone. We'll talk about that here in a second. But the real special thing about this one is by only allowing 18 students, and again, I'll probably have a staff of about 4 in total, maybe 5 at the most. You're looking at 24-ish people on the property, and that's going to be a lot more intimate. We're going to have a lot of time to talk to each other. The project we're doing, again, is a 12-foot by 12-foot timber frame pond, and we'll cover all aspects of pond building. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in just a second. What I want to kind of point out with that, though, is unless we get some hellacious rainstorm or something like that, which could happen, this is going to be a project that will take 2 days to do. We could probably, build, with this many people, build in a day. That means there'll be a lot of time for socializing, a lot of time for asking questions. I'll be doing a property walk in the mornings with a lot less people than normal. You try to do a property walk around here with 70 people, it just really isn't very doable. You have a lot more access to me and other people within the community, and to spend a couple days with people from this community is worth the trip in itself. Add in the education, and then add in the food, and then add in the party time, and I don't think there's anything else in the world you can do like this for $300 and spend a couple days like this. So that's what it's going to cost, $300 for a 2-day workshop. Show up on Thursday. We have a whole workshop all day Thursday. And then Friday we have a full day, barter blanket that night, amazing meal that night. And then you can go home late Friday, which I don't really recommend, or camp out and stay over and go home Saturday morning. Everybody off the property by 10:30. But again, you need to have your alarm set 10 a.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow, March the 2nd. The tickets go on sale. I generally sell out in between 15 minutes and an hour and a half when I do the larger workshops, depending on when and where and how and who. I know that we don't sell out as quick when we do spring, but with 18 seats, if you don't wake up, you're probably going to miss the train on the way in and not get to come this time around. And I think, again, this would be kind of a really special opportunity to come hang out at one of the coolest workshops we've ever done. On the education itself, even if you're not really thinking about building a pond anytime soon, I think you'll get a lot out of this. We're going to talk about the construction. I'm going to lay out for you the exact expense that I have laid into this, how I do what's called a takeoff, which is a good skill to have to put together the information you need to know what a project's going to cost. We'll actually build the project, and we'll do most of the build on the first day. We'll do most of the plumbing and stuff on the second. We'll talk about selection of your pump. We'll talk about building habitat and creating edge effect. Aquatic plants. We'll talk about the first fish to get introduced to a new system like this. Cycling the system. We'll be able to look at older systems that are actually producing fish. Who knows, we may even pull a few fish out of one of my ponds and make an appetizer or something out of some bluegill or green sunfish or something like that, just to show you the whole cycle. In any event, this is going to be fun. The food is going to be off the hook all the time like it always is. But let me just give you a look into a little bit of it. I don't want to give everything away. But on the second day for lunch, you'll be eating my chili. And I know chili doesn't sound that exciting, but it's being made with venison. It's going to be absolutely fantastic, along with our homemade jalapeno cheese cornbread. So yeah, we'll be off the paleo train for lunch anyway. Well, if you have the cornbread, you will, but I bet you're going to break and do it. I know I am. For dinner that night, I don't want to give away everything, but we will be doing venison and cherry sausage. We'll be doing something cool with quail, and I believe will show up for the meal as well, if you know what I'm saying. It is going to be pretty damn awesome. Again, I hope to see many of you that I've seen before, but I'd like to see some new faces at this one. Remember, if you're not an MSB member, you're not getting in. It's not going to happen. I mean, the next day, if it goes a day without selling out, I'll put it up for sale. It isn't likely. So if you are an MSB member and you're planning on signing up tomorrow, I really recommend you go ahead and log in today and make sure nothing's wrong with your account. Let me know. We'll get you fixed up. With that, I'm going to sign off, and can't wait to see you guys in a couple months. The workshop dates, April 25 and 26. This is a Thursday and a Friday. With that, I'll catch you later.